Hello, hello again, everybody. Draven Bane coming back at you. Just thought I'd chime in on all this Baldur's Gate 3 ridiculousness. Don't get me wrong. I think Baldur's Gate 3 deserved every award it won, but like TikTok is going absolutely insane right now with the video game awards and the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 just took so many awards and people are complaining that their game didn't get it. And don't get me wrong, like I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet. I enjoyed the first one, but I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is just a much more well-rounded game. And I feel like a lot of people that are turned off of it are just too used to action games and can't do the turn-based, and which is fine, to each their own. Everybody has their own different type of games, but like I play literally every type of game that's out there. I'll play your Sims, I'll play your sports games, your racing games, your RPGs, your TTRPGs, your action adventure games, like strategy games, like music games, every type of game that there is. There's usually one or two that I don't mind, but like I feel like nowadays, like everybody's attention span is just so small that when a game as incredible as Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, they just can't comprehend it because it's not just constant action everywhere to keep their attention. And the fact that people are comparing the graphics to PS2 obviously have not really looked at this game. Like, don't get me wrong, when you're zoomed out, it might look like the graphics are a little off, but like the graphics for this game are absolutely ridiculous. Like every time you start talking to somebody and it zooms into the characters so that you can see them, like the detail is insane. Like if you actually scroll the view in, the environment is amazing. Like the sound effects are amazing. The fact that it's got so much replayability, I can't even remember how many endings there are depending on what you do, but like literally you could play the game hundreds of times and never have the same same experience unless you're doing the exact same things. But like even just making your character slightly different changes what you're going to do in the game or the interactions you can have with people. And this is all before the ridiculous amount of mods that everyone has out. But I don't think the amount of complaining is warranted. Like, don't get me wrong, like, everybody has their own preferences, but, like, to say you don't know what Baldur's Gate 3 is just means you haven't been paying attention to anything. Like, this game has been in early access for years, and there's been so much going on about it then, and then the fact that when they're like, yes, finally a release date, everything just exploded. Like, that's all I could see anywhere. And I don't look up anything for games anymore. So the fact that it went from not seeing anything to it just being like oversaturated everywhere that I went means that like it's something that is what a lot of gamers wanted. The fact that people say it's like there's not a lot of people that like it, or the fact that like other people are saying like nobody's heard of this game. It's like, no, the people that haven't heard of this game is a lot smaller than the people who have.